I can't believe I just paid almost $100 for an oil change and tire rotation at the dealership. Hey everybody, Kevin Walters here with Kevin's Auto Channel, and yeah, my truck was due for an oil change. It was actually a little overdue for an oil change. So this 5.3 liter in this 2019 Silverado has a big oil pan on it. This truck holds 9 quarts of 0W20 synthetic oil, and it came at a price. Dealerships today push extended warranties in hopes that you will continue to bring it to the dealership for maintenance and upkeep of the vehicle. And I understand that when you're a business, you have to make money, you have to make a profit. But an oil change and tire rotation, in my opinion, should not cost $100. Now, this is a 5.3 liter. This is not a diesel. I know a diesel oil change is more expensive, but this is a V8, a gas engine. And I mean, here, I'll just show you the bill. So they've got the 9 quarts on here. That was $5.72 a quart, so that came to $51.48. The labor was $26, and the oil filter was $5.75, bringing that total to $83.23. Now, this is where I start having a problem at. $4.99 for a document and storage fee. What does that have to do with an oil change? It's just crazy to me. And you can see down here, the total bill was $92.23. $92.23 for an oil change. I could have gotten, for the same price, I could have went to Matt with Serious Synthetics, who is, if you've watched a previous video, he is a dealer rep for AMSoil. I could have gotten the oil and the filter, and it would have lasted at least 10,000 miles for the same price. I'm kicking myself now because now I could have gotten the good stuff, the AMSoil, and we could have changed it ourselves and been done with it, and I would have been good for 10,000 miles. Which actually, if you break it down, because this oil change is every 5,000 miles, so I would have basically done 2 oil changes for the price of 1 at the dealership. Like I said before, the $26 for labor, I understand. You know, especially when you go to a dealership, they're going to charge you for every little thing they do. Now, there is a complimentary multi-point vehicle inspection that they do throw in there for free, but still over $92 for an oil change is just crazy to me. I can remember a few years back that you had these little oil changing places popping up everywhere, and you could get an oil change for like $29.99, or some smaller cars you could even get it for $19.99 for an oil change. Now granted, that was before these more modern engines where now they hold 8 and 9, 10 quarts of oil. Back then they held like 4 quarts, 5 quarts at the most for most vehicles. So, you know, you could get by with doing it cheaper. But today, with these modern engines that are so technologically advanced, with the cylinder deactivation crap and all this stuff, and now they hold a lot more oil, twice as much basically as what they used to hold. And well, that is like a ripple effect, because now not only are you having engines, and I'm starting a rant here, not only now are you having engines that are basically going out on you at 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 miles because of all of the parts that are in it now for the cylinder deactivation. On a lot of these Silverados, I'm seeing stories and people are commenting on the videos that their engine went out, their lifters failed at 15 to 20,000 miles because, well, one, they didn't put the range device in the truck to keep the cylinder deactivation from happening, or there is a hack where you can shift it into manual mode and put it in, if you've got an 8-speed like I do, put it in 7th gear and don't go into 8th gear, and then it won't deactivate either. But still, they're making these engines with more power, which is a good thing, but they're putting all this other stuff on top of it, making the mechanical part of the engine more complicated, and the engine is stressing more, it's having to work harder. And so I guess theoretically you do need better lubrication to help that, so thus you have bigger oil pan and more oil capacity. But still, you know, a modern day oil change is going to cost you about $80 to $100. Now granted, you know, part of this was the tire rotation, which was probably the $26 labor charge, but still, oil change and tire rotation, $100. Yeah, that's the days we're living in, folks. So keep that in mind. Seriously, consider going with a good product like AMSoil. Do it yourself. Have a friend help you, you know, whatever you have to do, because you're going to get basically oil changes for half the price than you would at the dealership, if you break it down mileage wise for what you would pay for 2 oil changes versus 1 oil change. Or even if you went with the full-fledged premium AMSoil that can go 25,000 miles, you're going to save even more. So seriously consider reaching out to your AMSoil rep and buying good quality AMSoil to put in your vehicles. And the thing I love about AMSoil, and like I said, I'm kicking myself for not doing it this time, is AMSoil actually offers the warranty on their products, on their oil, to where if something happens to your engine while their product is in your your vehicle and you're going the extended mileage with it, they will cover the repair costs. That's their warranty. So definitely consider going with a good product like AMSoil and doing it yourself, and save yourself a lot of money. An oil change is something you cannot get around. It is definitely required maintenance, definitely required if you want to keep your warranty. But there's nothing in the warranty stating that you have to do the business with that dealership. As long as you keep your receipts, as long as you keep your records straight, and something happens, your warranty will still be upheld, and it will still be honored. So keep that in mind. Don't make the mistake I just made and pay almost $100 for a oil change and tire rotation. That's ridiculous. Just spend a few dollars more and go with the AMSoil, and you're covered for the length of at least 2 oil changes. So this is Kevin Walters. You're watching Kevin's Auto Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure and hit that subscribe button right down below here. Click on that bell so you get notifications of the videos when they come out. And as always, I hope you have a great day today.